Oh, my dog's sleeping. All right,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Sunday 3 p.m. Slot. We are here dissecting the Quran as usual, chapter 53 to star. And as soon as I play our intro, we will get started because we got to lose some brain cells. And you can't find a better way to lose some brain cells than reading the Quran. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a crack-a-lacking. Chapter 53, the star. All right, let me get rid of my little intro there. I'll keep my screen up. All right, let's get going. All right, which one is this? Okay, I got to go over here. All right, the star. Notice how the star, is he talking about one individual star? Oh, yeah, this is supposed to be Cyrus, the shiny star or something. Anyway, here we go again. Somebody likes to swear. I swear by the star when it
Oh, wait,
goes
wait, wait. Let's
down.
be let's be honest. Usama's being kind because it only says by the star.
Sounds like the name of a song. By the star.
When it goes down.
I think it's a
Wait a
wedding
minute.
song.
Do you know of stars that go down?
Yeah.
That's kind of
I
odd
mean,
when you think about it.
yeah. I had one go down last night when I was walking the dog. All right, let's get this going. This is a short chapter. I think it's got like 50 something or 40 something. I think we might be able to do two chapters because they're about 90 verses. So
Would we
let's
do
see if we
three
can get it.
yesterday?
Yeah, it depends on how many problems the chapter has
Yes.
and how many verses. Okay, I swear by the star when it goes down. Your companion has not erred, nor was he seduced, and he does not speak out of the desire.
Do we know who the companion is?
No, and I have no clue what does that have to do with the star when it goes down, but that's okay.
Has
Now,
not
which
aired.
star?
So who's being seduced? I mean, is this the companion is not aired? So we don't know. There's nothing here that relates. He doesn't speak out of desire. Who's what's the star? Who's the companion? No clue. All
Well,
right.
the companion's got to be Muhammad, right?
Yeah,
Well, there's a companion to who? I mean, we don't even know who swear. I mean, again, Usama was being kind when he put "I swear" there because there's nothing that says who's speaking either. And if this is Allah swearing by a star, Allah is a small god. If this is Muhammad speaking, he has a companion.
now,
And
Well, is
maybe
that
one of
is he just
his sex slaves. I don't know.
well, what
or is he
does it
talking?
mean when a star goes down?
I mean, those are stars don't fall. That's what it comes down to. People who think they see stars falling are actually seeing asteroids or meteorites. I should say
Yeah.
meteorites falling.
Now,
They don't see
stars,
stars. Stars don't
yes,
fall.
stars do explode, but they don't fall. And also, man, could you imagine the size of a star? Earth. I saw this video that made the comparison of like the different sizes, and there's one freaking star that is like it makes the our sun look smaller than the Earth, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Now here's the thing: I have to be honest. I don't believe in all the stuff that they say that we've seen those things. I don't think we have a telescope that can see billions of light years away. I'm sorry. It's just not possible. When
I have
you take
no clue.
when you convert a light year into miles, and then you talk about billions of light years away or millions of light years away,
You can't.
there's
You,
no
there's no
there's
way you
no
could see this
telescope that
stuff.
has that power.
Yeah.
I think somebody's been drawing or doing CGI. Anyway, verse number 4. Okay, we don't have any Muslims to distract, but here I am distracting my own self. Please, guys, let me know if anybody comes in the backstage.
I will.
Post,
Yeah,
I did
definitely.
post it on Skype, and I also sent Leia one. All right.
Okay.
It is only a revelation that is revealed.
What was only a revelation?
Well,
The companion of the star?
let's read it again. I swear by the star when it goes down, your companion has not erred, nor was he seduced, and he does not speak out of the desire. It is only a revelation that is revealed.
Okay, if this was a
So,
revelation, it's half-assed. I'm sorry.
yeah,
There's
the
nothing there that's
strong,
completely thought.
yeah, the strong in power has taught him. I guess that's Jabril. Who knows? A possessor who went by him, so he sat. What the hell is that?
Possessor, what did he possess?
I don't
And
know.
a possessor went, so somebody who had something walked by him that caused this person who saw a star go down sit down. I mean, the guy is again,
I
a
mean,
person who's using Arabic as a second language and a writer that is incredibly bad. No,
verse 7, and he is on the highest part of the horizon. He who? Then he came near. So he came down. So he was at a distance of 2 bows or closer.
okay, this sounds like Dick went. This sounds like Dick and Jane books. Dick
I mean,
ran,
seriously.
Jane ran,
And if
Sally
this
ran.
yeah, and if this is Allah, what does he mean? He was at a distance of 2 bows or closer. Allah can't be precise.
Well, Allah doesn't know half the time. I mean, you say the highest part of the horizon. What is the highest part of the horizon?
I
He
don't know.
came near, so he sat down. Okay, he's at a distance of. What do they mean by distance of 2 bows? Is this 2 bows in length, or is this the distance you'd shoot 2 arrows? I mean, you go to one
Mm,
spot, shoot an arrow, and then
and
shoot another
and
arrow. I mean, this is
and
yeah,
let's face it, it all depends on what kind of bow you use,
yes,
the poundage that you use,
yes.
who's shooting the arrow, because my distance and your distance might not be equal.
So this,
You
if
know,
that's
you might
what
be
it is,
using
regardless,
you
there's so many different sizes of bows
yeah.
and arrows. I mean,
And,
and
and and are we using a regular bow, or are we using a crossbow?
are we using a Scythian bow? I mean, we can go on and
I
on. Yeah,
mean,
this
because
is
you might
this.
you
Allah is too limited in his scope of knowledge
you
to.
might be using a 60 pound string. I might be using a 40 pound. So you know,
Yeah.
but we know that this is starting off by this being Allah, because it says, "I swear by the star when it goes down, your companion has not erred." So this is Allah talking about supposedly Muhammad. Okay,
So Allah
so
swears, or is this Muhammad swearing?
I think it's Allah swearing, because it says, "I
Wow.
swear by the star when it goes down, your companion has not erred." So I mean, it wouldn't make sense if it's Muhammad.
Well, if
Muhammad is
Allah
saying
is
his
swearing, that says something about his limited
unless
capacity.
Muhammad is saying Allah his companion and hasn't made a mistake, and he doesn't speak out of desire. Okay, but then Allah would be the one who's getting a revelation revealed to him, and not
Oh,
Muhammad.
that's another problem.
Yeah. All right. So number 10. So he revealed to his servant what he reveals. It
Is
is what it
that like
is.
does that like redundancy
Yes.
personified? He revealed to
Revealed.
his servant what he revealed. Why did you even bother trying to
And
communicate that?
and how are you and I and Larry, how are we supposed to know what the hell was revealed?
I haven't
It's
learned anything from this passage.
because Allah
Because there's
just
nothing
says,
there.
and we know this is Allah because it says, so he revealed, but then that would make sense. I'm telling you,
He
ladies and
revealed
gentlemen.
what he revealed. What did he reveal? Because there's nothing here that's clear. And if this is your ability as a small god, I get it that you're small, but
See, why would Allah say, so he revealed? This is somebody speaking about Allah in the third person. Because we know it ain't Muhammad, because then Muhammad wouldn't say, so he revealed to his servant, unless Muhammad's got
well,
has a
well,
servant.
we got to keep thinking small gods, so they don't
Yeah.
know what they're doing. I mean, and if we've got somebody who's writing who's using Arabic as a second language, this explains limited vocabulary too. But most people have a little bit
I'm
broader
telling you,
vocabulary.
Andrew needs to come up on the show because he always has some good stuff. This chapter
He
is
keeps saying
written by
about
a
Jabril, huh?
scribe, a friend of Muhammad. It would make sense that this is talking about Jabril, but how would we know? How
Yeah,
would an
that's the point.
individual being given the Quran, how would they know that this
And
is
how can this is the other problem here is that Muslims will swear to you, Sunni Muslims in particular will swear to you the entire Quran is Muhammad's voice. I'm sorry, Allah's voice. I'm sorry, Allah's voice. If this is Allah's voice and we're following through on what they state is their belief structure, we have severe problems.
all right,
Eh,
verse 11. The heart did not lie what it saw.
But okay, but what did it see?
I didn't know the heart could see.
Well, I mean, I can get what the I mean, you can your heart can. When I have, I'll feel like my guts, believe something, see something. I can understand that concept, but you'll get like you can't trust somebody. You'll get that you'll get those feelings, and that would say that that's the heart seeing. But we can't tell. There's nothing here that communicates to us anything about a heart or a feeling or there's nothing here.
See, what Andrew's saying would make sense that this is a scribe who is relating this story and
But the
not Allah
scribe has got to be
relating,
an idiot. I'm
and
sorry.
not Allah. So because it wouldn't make sense the way Allah is speaking in the third person.
Well, this scribe needs a lesson in scribing.
Well, they all do. All right, number 12. The heart did not lie what it saw. Will you dispute with him of what he saw? And
We don't know what
indeed,
he saw.
And indeed, he also saw him. Now, I looked up number one, and Osama says Jabril another time. Near, okay, let me go back to number two. Near a nonsense word, some Islamic scholars say it's a tree in the garden. But wait a minute. But well, that's a problem if they're saying that it's a tree in the garden. So when did Muhammad see a tree in the garden? Was this when he took his imaginary trip over to the seven heavens? That's about the only time that he's been in any gardens. But
Well,
how
if
would
he
you
lived in
know?
Arabia, yeah, that's true.
How would you and I know that this is talking about Jabril and this is talking about some tree?
Now, what does that mean
Okay,
that there's a
near the
non-Arabic word
tree,
here again that
near
nobody
the.
knows what it means?
Oh, wait a minute. Near the tree, the end. Near the tree in the garden. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
As I said, the scribe needs scribal lessons. He needs to know how to
Okay.
write.
At it is the garden of refuge. When the tree was covered, what covered? What?
When the
When the
sidra, okay, when the tree, that the sidra is the tree,
right.
was covered,
What covered?
that doesn't make any sense.
No.
But I mean, in this I will say is not this kind of bad writing is not characteristic of Arabic of somebody using a second language. This is characteristic of somebody with very limited vocabulary, or
Okay,
lazy.
so when this tree was covered, what covered? Don't know what that means. His sight did not deviate or rebel. Indeed, he saw some of the big signs of his Lord. That should have
We
been
don't know
he
what he
saw
saw still.
he saw some of the many signs of his Lord. You
We,
got a plural there. You got a singular. Big is singular.
well, big, you won't see. Yeah, that works. Big and plural. Those two work together. Big
Yeah,
and
but big
signs work together.
signs. That does a big
Yeah,
signs.
those will work together.
I wouldn't have used big signs. I would have used mini signs.
Well, you could have many big signs, but yeah,
Yeah, and even many big signs
you got
sounds kind of like
some big. You could say
sounds
some. Yeah, you can. It still works, but it's just bad.
sounds kind of third
Eh,
grade.
Oh, no, no.
Third
This is
grade.
first. This is at the most first grade.
Okay, we
The
got
words
truth
might
seeker.
sound bigger, but the intellect of the person is much lower.
This scribe is not educated like Luke. Yeah, I believe it.
Now,
All right,
again,
let's.
if these are the words, and this is the other part that makes the scribe issue problematic, because these are supposed to be the words given to Muhammad to write this very bad drivel by Allah. Wait,
Okay.
Jibril. No matter
Right.
how you look at it, it's bad.
Hey, we have Truth Seeker who I thought was somebody else, but apparently he's a Muslim who says Islam is truth. I can prove it. Okay, well, we're not here to prove Islam is true or false today, Truth Seeker. If you'd like, I can do a show right after this one, but right now we're just doing a analysis, so we don't really need too many distractions because, to be honest, the Quran itself is a big distraction. So if you want to show me that Islam is the truth, we can set it up. We can do it at 5 o'clock. But I can't do it now, so we really don't need any interruptions. You're more than welcome to stay, hang out, have some chips, but you got to share. All right, the three daughters of Allah, Alat, Al Uzza, and Manat, are recorded in verses 19-20. The original verses following verse 20 were they are the exalted cranes intermediaries whose intercession is to be hoped for. Later, Muhammad.
Yeah, little low brain capacity.
You always got to have an idiot.
Yeah.
I will be in James's tired. I hope you're not going to be in James's tired because he may not want you inside him. Okay, later Muhammad said that these verses were satanic verses and he replaced them with the present verses 21-23. All right. Have you seen a lot, Al Usa? No, I have not seen. And another, the third one, Manat. Hey, how come she gets left out? They all say El Lot, Al Usa. How come this one is not El Manat? I mean, if I was her or him, I would. Well, it's her. I would complain.
And the third one, Manat. Okay, so
Yeah,
that Manat is kind of left out.
yeah. I mean, do you have the male, or does he have the female?
What?
I don't know.
It doesn't
This
make any.
is an unjust division.
And what? Okay, how we don't even see what we don't even know what they're dividing. What are they dividing the
Well,
boys and the
I
girls?
guess he's dividing by saying, "Hey, you have the male and I have the female. This is not right. I want the male."
Maybe he.
Okay,
Okay.
let's not go there. That 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 thought crossed my mind there.
Yep.
I'm holding it back. All right, 23. These are just names that you and your fathers named them. Okay, Allah
So
did
he's
not
upset
send.
about. Wait, is the division the names? Jeez.
Allah did not send it down with authority. They only follow the conjecture and what their souls desire. And
Okay,
indeed,
let me ask you this: Allah didn't send. Does this mean Allah doesn't have authority? That there's
yes,
something there's authority above Allah because he can send something down, but he can send something down without authority to somebody, so he must submit to something else.
well, that's a good one. I was just going to say that what Allah is trying to convey is that these these three daughters have nothing to do with Allah because He didn't send it down with authority, but
Mm.
that this still presents a problem. Somebody else sent it.
Well,
So
yeah, I'm wondering, is this whole chapter about the satanic verses?
that's what it sounds like right now.
And
Oh,
that's
it
what I'm
does say
wondering.
in the heading. It does say these are the satanic verses. So here's the problem. It says Allah sent it down here. Allah did not send it down with authority. That still means Allah sent it down. Are you catching that?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's an interesting point.
So Allah is Satan, according to this verse. Allah did not send it down with authority. So if Allah is Satan, it gets sent down. If you're going to call this satanic verses, that's where they call this. I guess I can see where they call it satanic verses now. This makes Allah have the appearance of Satan. But there's other verses in the Quran that do that too. So it's not unusual, unfortunately.
Right. Oh, the joys of the Quran, the joys of the Quran. And indeed the guidance has come to them from their Lord. Or will the human have what he wishes?
What does the human wish? Did they
I don't
tell
know.
us here?
No, they never tell you anything. They always leave you in the dark. So to Allah the hereafter and the first. First what?
I have no idea. The
And
first,
how many of the
I know
angels?
what. Maybe they want to be the first ones to jump in the pool. All I can think of.
Okay, 26. And how many of the angels in the heavens whose intercession will not benefit anything except after Allah has permitted it to whom He wills and pleased? Again, poor, poor sentence structure. Surely those who do not believe in the hereafter, they will name the angels with female names.
So, are they saying that the angels are neither male nor female, but they'll get female names? Or are they saying all the angels are male and they get girly names if they act like if this is the go up to this verse 27. Surely those who do not believe, so those who don't believe get to name the angels. That's another problem.
Well, I guess he's saying those who do not believe in the hereafter, they will name the angels with female names. So,
It
I,
doesn't
I, I
mean they, yeah, it's just kind of out there.
yeah. And they do not have any knowledge of it, that they are only following except the conjecture.
Wow. Whoever wrote
And
this really doesn't know what they're saying.
and surely, okay, and surely their conjecture will not benefit them anything against the truth. So withdraw from who turned away from our reminder and does
Well,
not
we didn't see
desire
it.
except the wills of
Did
the
anybody
elect.
hear about a reminder? Or because
No,
he didn't seem to be reminding us about anything.
I
What
have
reminder?
no I have no clue. This is their level of knowledge. Okay.
Okay,
Surely your Lord,
elementary level.
yeah. Surely your Lord, he knows best of those who go astray from his way, and he knows best of those who are guided. And to Allah what is in the heavens and what is on the earth, that he may reward those who do evil according to what they did. And he rewards those who did good with the good. All right.
Boy,
Fornication is not complete
this
without
is confusing.
penetration.
I'm just gonna say this is confusing because he didn't communicate anything clearly. But Allah does like fornication. Oh, this is disgusting.
Hey, we got Phil. Welcome, Phil. Good to see you. I always see you on the other channels. Good to see you on my channel. If you want to come up, please let me know. I will post the link.
You can just scroll up. It should be in the
Build
chat.
for speed. Let me just put it just in case. Hopefully, no other crazy Muslim
We're
comes up
in
on you.
We're in surah 53, I believe. Correct? Yeah.
Surah what?
We're in surah, 53.
Oh yeah. Surah 53. Yeah, for some strange reason, you were saying
Yeah.
surah, and now I was hearing verses.
53, verse 32. We're about to start. Fornication is not complete without, cannot believe this, without penetration, which this is contrary to the teachings of the Bible. Let's see Matthew
All
5:28.
right,
And
we
that
start
has to do with if it's in your brain, you've committed the sin.
we start off with a, as usual, an unknown word. Okay, those who avoid big sins. All right, so you can do little sins, guys. You just got to avoid the big ones. And sexual immorality, except al lamam. And what does number 3 say? That is everything that men can do with women without actual penetration. See
Ugh.
interpretation, El Katobi.
Okay.
So basically, fondling, everything you want to do, you
Except
just can't
entering.
penetrate.
Wow.
Okay.
You would think that a book of quote scripture wouldn't have so much perversion in it. Yesterday we read about an orgy, and today we're reading
And they
about
talk about the Bible. Now, of course, the Bible does mention donkeys and sperm and semen and all that good stuff, but uh, you know, Allah talks about sex. You just can't penetrate. Okay, okay. Those who avoid the big sins and sexual immorality, except doing everything but for actual penetration. Surely your Lord is broad in the forgiveness. Okay, He knows you best when He produced you from the earth, and when you were a fetus inside your mother's belly. Wow, sounds kind of sophisticated language here for for Allah here. So do not purify yourselves. Okay, why not? Oh, if you haven't penetrated, you don't have to worry about it. You can do everything. You just
I think that's exactly what it means because
yeah, no need to
according
wash.
to according to the bath, the ghusl you have to
Yeah,
take, it's only if you've had sex.
there was no exchanging of fluids. So well, yeah, I guess it depends what fluid you're talking about.
And then according to them, if you haven't had if you're not yet pubescent as a female, you don't have to wash yourself because it's only your husband's sperm then.
Hmm. And gives a little and then withholds. What? Is this the in and out and the pull out?
That's what it sounds like.
The in and out. Oh man. Yes, Phil, we
Isn't
are
this what
live.
that his men were asking? If can we do we have to pull out to ejaculate basically? And Muhammad turns around and says, "No, you can rape the slaves."
But okay, but Osama says fornication is not complete without penetration. But I see some penetration going on here. I see some in and out.
Yeah.
Okay. And gives a little and then withholds. Does he have the knowledge of the unseen or he sees? And what does that have to do with giving a little and then
Okay,
withholding?
my thought, you ready?
Go
Allah
for
is
it.
a peeping Tom. He likes to
Okay.
watch. He's a voyeur.
All right, 36. Or he has not been informed about what is in Moses' pages of writings.
Okay, are we going back to Allah having chronological
and
impairment?
and Abraham who fulfilled.
Yep, we
Okay,
are
wait a
back
minute.
to that.
I'm sorry, but Abraham came before Moses.
Yeah, I told you we're back to chronological impairment.
Oh my! What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do here? Abraham fulfilled. Who fulfilled what?
We have no understanding what they're talking about.
I have no idea. That no bearer of a burden bears the burden of another. Allah, you're a liar because you're going to give the burdens of the Muslims to the Jews and the Christians. What are you talking about? We can't bear the burdens of the burdens of another. And that the human will have nothing except what he strives for. Hey Allah, I'm striving for a Lamborghini. What's up with it? When's that thing going to materialize? and that his striving will be seen. Okay, like I said, I'm waiting for my Lamborghini or my little cabin in 10 acres. Not asking for much. Then he will reward to him the fullest reward. All right. And
What
surely
is the
to your
fullest
Lord,
reward? Do you have a clue?
I have, I have no
Could
clue.
it be that Lamborghini?
Oh, then he will reward to him the fullest reward. That means,
Is
hey,
it the
you don't have to
72
do, you don't have to
disgusting
do,
translucent skinned
you
40s?
don't have to do the in and out. You can go ahead and put it in.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, that's what that is. It's just simple. It's just simple. You can have sex.
Um, I mean, it could be whatever, whatever we want, because this is the clear as mud book. And surely to your Lord the ultimate end.
Oh boy,
Okay.
this
So
is this
is
is this is I
so
mean,
is Allah
this is all about sex, so this could be about a
so is
climax.
Allah going to have
Make
an
sure you
ultimate
put that
end?
box. This is not for children. When oh my gosh, yeah, this is all about sex, people. This is Allah's
CP
perversion.
is live. I can't compete with CP, but that's okay. Maybe one day CP will come on my show. And that he is who makes laugh and makes weep, and that he is who puts to death and gives life, and that he created the pairs, the male and the female, from nutfa when he made it,
Some
and
water or
that
many waters.
yeah, and that on him is another creature. What?
Well, okay, so we got Nafta comes along. There's another creation. See, Allah, yeah, it's so bad. Don't even get into it. There's a series done by Usama on creation. You can find it at paulsutliff.blogspot.com and the whole series. Um, I recommend going to Straight Way of Ministry, Great Way of Grace Ministry on YouTube. This is just yeah.
Okay, 48. And that he is who makes richer and suffices. That doesn't make sense. Again, another incomplete sentence.
Richer in suffices. Eh, He just makes again. The scribe needs scribal lessons. Who could
49.
that
And
be? Could
that
it be Momo
he
or could it be Jabril? I don't know.
and that he is who is the Lord of Cyrus, the dog star, non-Arabic word of Greek origin. Allah, why are you using Greek in your book?
Huh. What does that say when we're using Greek in the middle of this? Now we're back to using Arabic as a second or third language.
Okay, so he is the Lord of Cyrus, and that he destroyed the first. Okay, and that he destroyed the first Ad and Tammud, who I guess came before Noah. So he did not spare. And the people of Noah before,
Wait,
surely,
wait. Haven't we said? Didn't it say one of the last chapters we read? Ad and Tammuz came before Noah, and the people of Noah before. Now we have Noah before Ad and Tammuz. Am I wrong? I thought they said I can't. This is just so bad. I'm sorry. Um, we're back to Allah's chronological impairment. We've talked about Abraham. We've talked about
well, I'll tell you,
Moses. Now we're
I'll
back
tell
to
you what.
talking about Noah.
Let me do this. Let me go use my prophet Google and see what he says. Let me see. Named prophets in the clear as mud book. See what it comes up.
Prophet Google, huh?
Okay, list and characters mentioned. No prophets and messengers in Islam. How many prophets? The 25 prophets of Islam. Okay, and this I believe is in order. So what do we got here?
You got something that Allah can't do. Put things in
Ah,
order.
great. It takes me to Amazon to buy a book on the 25 prophets. No. I just want the names. 25 prophets of Islam. Okay, this
In
has to be.
order.
Okay, so we got the 25. So we got Adam. We got Idris, which is Enoch. We got Noah. We got Hud. Heber, don't know what that means. We got Salih, Methuselah. How did Salih become Methuselah? We got
You
Lot,
gotta
of
you
course.
gotta you gotta corrupt things to make them work in order by Islam.
But it's funny. Where's Hud? Oh, okay, there's Hud. So Hud, I think Hud was sent to the people of Ad, and I think Salih was sent to the people of, um,
Timud,
yeah, no, Thamud. Okay,
Timud. Okay,
okay. So apparently they came after Noah. So
okay,
Noah was before. So Noah was before them,
okay.
which is probably why he's saying, and the people of Noah before. Of course, that doesn't make sense. Surely they were more unjust and rebellious.
So are we talking
And
about the
he
people of
just,
Noah being more rebellious, or the people of Ad and Tamud being more rebellious?
I don't know. And he destroyed Al-Mutafika. Al-Mutafika. What does that mean? Number 5. Meaningless words. Scholars erroneously claim this to be the name of the cities of Lot.
Hey,
Okay.
whoever Al Mutafika is, he just gave us, another example of how Allah's book is clear as mud because there are words here that Allah doesn't know, or if he
And
knows
what's
them,
even
he surely
funnier
didn't
is
communicate it.
the scholars don't even know.
Yeah, that says so. So if your scholars can't come up with a definition, does that really mean what it says that Allah can't communicate? Absolutely. Absolutely.
And how can that one word be the name of two separate cities?
I would say it can be the name of it could be two different things built together just because of the amount of letters.
Mm, I
Because you
think
can
that's
have
actually.
three letters. I'm not talking about vowels. I count 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's only 5. So maybe you're right. You could be right.
So he covered it. What he covered? Okay, we have no clue what that means, but that's okay. So, which then of your Lord's benefits will you dispute about? I haven't gotten any benefits yet. This is a warner among the first warners. The near drew near. I don't know what that means.
What? Okay. Redundancy alert. Redundancy alert.
But check this out. No one besides Allah can remove it. Remove what?
We even had a reason for anybody to be removed or anything. We don't even know what they're talking about.
Do you then wonder at this saying?
Well, we haven't had anything clear through most of the book, but this
Yeah.
chapter, we've understood that it was supposed to be perverted, and they talked about going in and out. Are they talking about going in and out again?
And you laugh and you do not cry.
I don't cry because it's painful to read.
Now, why does this have a question mark? That's not a question.
And okay, and you do not cry. We could say that to Usama, yeah. Maybe that's what they normally put at the end of that. Hmm.
Because, I mean, 59 makes sense. Do you wonder at this saying? That's a question. But then all of a sudden it jumps and you laugh and you do not cry? Question mark. While you amuse yourselves. I think the question mark
I
should
can
go
see and you
at
laugh
the
and you
end.
do not cry as a question. I mean, I can see that being expressed as a question. You laugh and you don't cry? Yeah.
Okay. 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 I'll give you that. I can see it now. It could go either way.
Yeah, I
It could
agree.
be a statement. It could be a question.
But again, there's no
Uh,
punctuation
yeah.
in the
while
older
while
language.
you amuse yourselves, so worship Allah and serve. And the end of the chapter. So much for the chapter of the star. And the
While
next
you
one
amuse
is,
yourselves, we don't know what they were
hey,
doing besides
hey,
having sex earlier.
hey, hey, hey. Now we go into the moon splitting.
Uh-oh.
Alhamdulillah.
Uh-oh. We're in the moon.
We're in the moon, the
Oh, okay.
chapter
Let's
of
not
the
talk about the moon with a
moon.
crack, okay?
All right, let me move this up to 54. I need to put it to 55 so I can see. There's only 3 words in there that have problems. Okay, the chapter of the moon. Muslims claim that Muhammad divided the moon, but the infidels still would not believe. Actually, the verse does not say that Muhammad divided the moon, but simply that the moon is divided. Verse 1 is actually poetry written by the poet Imra al-Qazi, who died in 540 AD. Notice Muhammad was born in 570 AD. So they
Uh-oh.
say.
Uh-oh.
So they say.
So that would mean
The
that
hour,
Muhammad was
the
30 years old then.
hour, yeah, the hour has approached and the moon has been split. And if they see a sign, they turn away and say, "This is a continuing sorcery." And they denied and they followed their own lusts. And every affair is settled. Now, see, this would be a problem saying that this is a miracle, because if you read chapter 10, verse 20, which happens to come way after 54:2 in the chronological order, Muhammad is saying that he's still waiting for a sign from Allah. So this could not have been anything that's related to him. Not only that, we know that historically this would have been written. Now, Muslims will claim, oh, it's a miracle. Everybody was asleep. Nobody saw it. The millions of people in the area, they all went to sleep at the exact same time because, hey, there's no such thing as time zones. You know what I mean? Okay. And indeed, some of the news came to them. What in it is a rebuke? Okay. I have no clue. Great wisdom. So the warning did not profit them. So turn away from them. A day the caller will call a terrible thing. I don't know what that means. Their eyes cast down, they will come forth from the graves as if they were scattered locusts. They will hasten to the caller. The infidels say, "This is a difficult day." The story of Noah's flood is copied from the Bible and corrupted once again. Oh, that should have been bold.
Sorry.
Yeah, you might need to tell them about that because that typically is bold and outside. Okay. Before them, the people of Noah
Where,
denied.
where are we? What verse? I'm sorry. I had to.
It's right after verse 8 where it says, "They will hasten to the caller." The infidels say, "This is a
Okay.
difficult day." And then it goes on to say, "This is a story of the story of Noah's floods coming once in a while." That should have been a opening title.
Oh, okay.
Should have been bold black just
That could
before the
be
vote.
one of the reasons why he's working on a revision. I didn't catch that.
Right. All right, 9. Before them, the people of Noah denied, so they denied our servant and said, "Demon possessed and rebuked." So he called to his Lord, "Surely I am overcome, so help me." So we opened the doors of heaven with swift water, and we caused the earth to gush springs. So the water met according to the predetermined measure that we don't know. And we carried him on the planks and nails. Why couldn't Allah just say, "And we carried him on a damn ship or a boat"?
We caused the earth to gush springs, so the water met. So we're talking about the flood. Okay,
Yes.
but okay,
And
pay
Allah,
real close attention to where the flood is.
yeah.
Yeah,
And Allah carried Noah on planks and nails, sailing before our eyes. A
but I don't
reward,
think the author knows what a ship is.
yeah, a reward to who is an infidel. What is a reward? The sailing before your eyes? That doesn't sound like a reward if I'm an
Well, it
infidel.
sounds like he put infidels on the ship,
I know.
sailing
And
before our eyes. Every word who wasn't. I mean, okay, so you're watching the ship go and you're going to die because you're watching it. Okay, so your reward is death.
I think I'm going to have to throw the laptop in the garbage because it's still whiny after it went through the whole factory thing.
Yeah,
So I don't know what's going on.
yeah, we're talking about a older laptop, not
Well, it's
much
not
older
that
though.
old. It's about a year and a half. Not that
Yeah,
old. I mean, I've got my
Save the
other
hard
laptop.
drive, toss everything else.
I mean, I've got my other laptop that's probably about 3 4 years, and I don't have any problem. It's just it only has 4 gigs, and that's not enough for what I'm doing. You know that
Yeah.
video editing. All right, so is there any who remember? Okay,
Remember what?
how is anybody going to remember the flood of Noah
If
when there
they're all
was dead?
so,
They would be dead. I mean, even Noah's not going to remember because he's dead. So how was my how was my torment in my warning? I don't have a clue. I
all
wasn't
I
there
know
that
is
day.
that Allah likes to torment people. That's the only thing that's clear. Allah enjoys tormenting
And
people.
indeed, we made the Quran easy to remember. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense and you repeat everything.
I mean,
So is
copy and
there?
paste chapter was pretty bad.
But wait a minute. Why is Allah saying, "Is there any who remember?" When there wasn't a Quran until after Muhammad died?
Well, because you have to imagine that there
Oh,
was one.
here you go again. You need to give this to a summit. Right after it says, "So is there any who remember?" Short references are made again to the stories Ad, Tamut, Lot, and Pharaoh. Notice Lot's wife did not die in this version. Also, the people of Lot are now destroyed with a violent wind rather than rain of stone. So that whole section there needs to be, you know.
Yeah.
All right, number 18. I denied. So how was my torment in my warning? I don't know. Why are you asking me? Surely we sent a roaring wind against them in a day of continued misfortune. People will be uprooted as if they were cut palm tree stumps.
It doesn't make any sense. Okay, people will be.
Okay,
What's
the tree
happening here? I
stumps.
mean, wait a minute, wait a minute. I denied. So how is my torment, my warning? Surely we sent a roaring wind against them in a day of continued misfortune. So we've got a bad windy day. People will be uprooted as if they were cut palm tree stumps. Now, are we talking about something similar to a hurricane? I mean, we could talk. We talk about a horrible windstorm, but we can't. I mean, a sandstorm would make sense, but uprooted palm trees, and I don't think palm trees have that very deep. I don't know. My understanding of palm trees is they don't have deep roots. I don't know.
That's a very good question. I don't know. Okay. So you're going to be uprooted as if they were cut palm trees. Okay, if you cut the palm tree, you're not uprooting it. You're just cutting it. The stumps are still in the ground. Anyway, so how was my torment in my warning? Again, who's Allah asking? Because there's nobody alive around from that period
You
to
know,
even answer
that little
questions.
point you make that actually is extremely important because people will be uprooted as if they were cut. That's a huge difference, and that this also tells us whoever's writing this doesn't know what a windstorm is. They're trying to describe one, but they're not able to. If you've ever been down to Florida or seen areas
Oh
where
yeah.
tornado hits, they don't look like cut trees.
Nope.
Wow.
Trust me, I've had
I mean,
40
they might have had someone describe something to them and they got it wrong and wrong and wrong.
I've had 40 years of hurricanes. They're no fun. All right, 22. And indeed, we made the Quran easy to remember. Okay. It might be easy to remember, but it doesn't make sense. So you're remembering nonsense, basically, is what I was saying.
Well, you could remember it because of the rhyming stuff in it,
Yeah.
if there's rhyming in it. But I'll tell you this, if you remember something, it doesn't mean it makes, yeah, just like he just said. If you remember something, it doesn't mean that it made any sense or that it actually had any content worth remembering.
Yeah. When I was taking computer courses, there's an old saying garbage in, garbage out. So
Yes.
If you're memorizing garbage, guess what? It's still garbage. All right, 23. Thamud denied the warning. So they said, will we follow a single human from among us? Surely then we should be in error and madness. Number one, jinn possessed. So they said, so is there any who remember so we will follow, so they said, will we follow a single human from among us? Surely then we would be in error and, what did I just say? Dang it. Joe Biden?
Madness.
Jinn possessed.
Jinn. Okay, so they're
So,
demon possessed.
right. Has the reminder been cast down to him from among us?
Was there a okay? We made the Quran easy to remember. Is that the reminder? I don't see a reminder here. We never seem to find the reminders.
Well, it seems that the reminder is anything that Allah sends down.
So he's hitting us
And,
with books again.
and has the reminder been cast down to him? Okay, but that implies that it's a physical thing that was thrown down.
Ouch.
You can't cast revelation. You can reveal revelation. You can speak revelation. You can write down revelation, but you
But if he
can't
can
cast
hit you with it,
it
it
down.
hurts.
Yeah, and let me tell you, if you look at those early Qurans, those things are huge, man. You need a donkey to carry that sucker.
Like 700-800 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see the size of those pages? Whew, man, you're gonna have to get that extra, 11 by
And they are
17
what, two or
paper.
300 years after Muhammad lived?
Um, Somewhere between 100 and 200, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. Has the reminder been cast down to him from among us? Who's us?
No clue.
Is this Allah? Is this Allah speaking? Yet he is an arrogant liar.
I get
He's
that
a
about
liar.
Allah. I'll agree with that about Allah.
Tomorrow they will know who is the arrogant, the liar. I think they were calling Allah a liar. Surely we will send the female camel as sedition to them. So watch them and be
Really?
patient.
A female camel can commit an act of sedition. That doesn't make any sense. If a female camel is going to attempt or to put someone on a different path, you've got to be wondering about that guy, that male or female who would. Oh, somebody's got a really sick, perverted mind. Now I understand why they fear for their goats. I'm sorry.
Keep your goats away from Allah.
Yeah, especially your female camels.
Mm, I mean, this is just interesting.
Allah and
Interesting.
his perversions.
But they beat the crap out of the camel. So did he send the camel to cause sedition,
That's what I'm getting
or
at.
or did the camel or oh okay anyway. All right, 28, and inform them that the water is shared between them. Each drinks in turn. What are you talking about?
So everybody takes a
So
drink of water. That's what it sounds like.
so they called their companion. So he took. So he hamstrung.
It's
So he took what?
incomplete. Totally incomplete. We have no story here. We have no explanation how what happened to him to get him hamstrung. And hamstrung
And
is
here we
crippled for life. You're not going to get up.
and
Not
here
during
we
this
go
time period.
again with asking people a question about something that they have no knowledge because they're not from that time period. So how was my torment in my warning? I don't know.
All we
Surely
know is that
we
Allah likes torment.
surely we sent a single shout against them. Must have been Allah's bad breath. So they were like the gathered dry straw.
We have no idea what they're talking about again.
And indeed, we made the Quran easy to remember.
I think
Yeah.
Allah has to keep saying this so he can hear it because Allah doesn't know
But
how bad his work is.
apparently the Quran is not easy to remember because he keeps asking. So, is there anyone who remember?
Why does he have to keep asking this question? Because I mean, is he stupid? Doesn't he know that he's already said it? I don't know how many times.
I guess he's trying to say, "Hey guys, look, I made the Quran easy. So why isn't there anybody that remembers my easy to remember Quran?"
because your Quran is not. It's not easy to remember for the simple reason that it doesn't make any sense. I mean, who wants to actually go back learn
Ooh, I
these
see.
things
I
from this?
see. We got a problem here, like Osama said. All right, 33. The people of Lot denied the warning. Surely we sent a violent wind on them, except for the family of Lot.
So
We
wait a minute.
delivered them at dawn.
So Lot suffered from wind. Okay.
No, Lot. Okay, I see what you did there.
Okay, are we having a problem with farting? I mean, violent wind? I
Well,
mean,
no, because the problem here is that Sodom and Gomorrah were not destroyed by wind.
this is where we've heard that they had rain
And
thrown
also,
on them.
Osama is right. Here, we don't know that Lot's wife was killed
Hmm.
because it says, surely we sent a violent wind on them except for the family of Lot. We
So it sounds
delivered
like they
them
all
at
got out.
dawn. So in this version, we do not know about his wife. We have to assume that everybody in his family was saved, which contradicts the other chapters that says, you know, that she died because she was an elder who
And
taught
why
who
can't he
taught
tell the
AIDS.
story all at once instead of having to repeat it and repeat it and
Yes,
repeat it?
but the thing is that when he repeats it, it's a different story,
That's the number one problem we have with Allah. He
and
doesn't,
Muslims don't
besides being
understand this.
chronologically inept, he can't get his stories. When you know what it is, when you lie and you can't remember your lies, you have to lie. I mean, it's pretty bad. His lies are just so bad he can't remember them. That's one of the reasons why he keeps telling us the Quran's easy to remember because he can't remember it himself. That's why he has to give things like abrogation.
And the funny thing is that when I point out to Muslims that this is a problem, they don't see it as a problem. How come in this chapter, Lot's wife didn't die, but in the other chapters she does, or she is of the people who tolerate.
Yeah. And
You know what
Allah's the
I'm
one who
saying?
causes her to
I
be
got
left behind.
I gotta fix this watch, but I'm not gonna do it now. A grace from us, likewise we rewarded those who gave thanks, and indeed he warned them of our severity, so
Who's he
they
warning?
doubted the warning.
So who is he warning here?
I guess he's talking about Lot warned the people, but they doubted the warning.
Hmm.
And indeed, they negotiated with him about his guests, so we hid
Oh,
their eyes. Okay, that's the messengers, the angels. So we hid their eyes. How do you hide people's eyes? That's okay.
he could have poked their eyes out. That's all I can think of.
Could be. Now, we hid their eyes. Are we talking about the guests' eyes, or are we talking about
Covering
the
their
people's
eyes.
eyes?
And don't look, don't look. It's disgusting. Don't look.
But who is he talking about? Are the eyes of his guests, or are the
His
eyes the
daughters,
eyes of the
maybe.
people? That could be. So taste my torment in my warning. But we don't know what the warning was. And indeed, in the early morning, a torment rested on them. So taste my torment in my and did I just read that?
Allah likes torment. That's what we keep hearing. Allah
And he
likes to
likes
have people taste
repeating
his torment.
because what do we read at the end of 37? So taste my torment in my warning. What do we read at the end of 39? So taste my torment in my warning. And here we go again. Another repetition. Indeed, we made the Quran easy to remember. So is there any who remember? Okay. Now we jump from Noah. I'm sorry, now we jump from Lot to Moses. Hmm. And indeed, to the family of Pharaoh, there came the warners. Well, at least he got that right. He did send Moses and Aaron. They denied all our signs, so we seized them with a seizure of a deer, mighty. What the hell does that mean?
We seize them with the seas.
He seized them with the seizure of a deer mighty. I don't know what that means.
Well, I think he's calling himself Dear and Mighty.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the seizure of a deer mighty?
Well, I think Allah doesn't have a very expansive vocabulary, so he thinks that he has to use that word because he doesn't know another word. That's just where Allah has limited vocabulary skill. Yeah, it's sad.
Well, it looks like we got a new one. We got Sarah Conaway. Anyways, as a
Thanks
Christian,
for
I love
joining
your work.
us.
I'm not sure if she's talking about my work or if she's talking about somebody else's work, but if it's my work, I appreciate it. We do it just for you guys and you gals. So welcome to the channel. All right, let's go back to this madness that we call the Clear as Mud book. All right, 43. Are your infidels better than those? What? I mean, we
Better
got
than who?
level.
I mean, the guys who are trying to find the Dear and Mighty, the things that got seized. We don't.
So,
There's
inf-
still
so, so infidels have levels. You got the low level infidels, and then you have the high level infidels. Or do you have righteousness in the scriptures? Okay. Or they will say, nobody knows. We are a victorious group.
group of what? I mean, we got victorious group, but what are they victorious? Why are they a group? I mean, we
I
don't
don't know.
have anything. We don't even know who we're talking about.
I'm gonna have to guess
Wait, they
that it's.
can't be a victorious group. Read that next
I'm.
sentence.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to guess it's talking about the people of Pharaoh. The group will be defeated and will turn their backs. I thought they were drowned.
I thought
Yes.
Pharaoh. I thought Pharaoh and his men got thrown into the water
Well,
and
he got
drowned.
thrown into the water. He followed into the water. I mean, it depends on what day Allah wakes up.
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
can't get his story
Yeah.
straight, that's too much for Allah.
Yet their appointment is to the hour, and the hour is more severe and bitter. Okay. Surely the criminals are in error and madness. All right. And a day they will be dragged on their faces into the fire. That doesn't sound pleasant.
That sounds like another thing of torture that Allah likes.
Taste the touch of Sakoa. Number.
What's number 2?
Hold on a second. A word invented by Muhammad, which scholars claim to mean fire.
So taste the
Okay.
touch of fire. Really?
Yes.
You're gonna
So.
swallow fire? I mean, I've heard of fire eaters.
Yeah. How do
Okay.
you taste? How do you taste fire? I mean, I've never tasted fire. I've burnt my tongue a couple times. Of course, it wasn't the fire. I just the juicy steak was just so good that I thought it
Mm.
was. But surely we have created everything with measure, and we did not command except one, as the twinkling of an eye. And we
What does
did
that
not
have to do with
command
twinkling
except
of an eye?
one.
I mean, twinkling of an eye is something you should be able to do quickly. Command except one. So if you command somebody quickly, it still doesn't make sense.
Okay, and indeed we destroyed your sect. So is there any who remember? Seriously, dude,
Wait, they just got destroyed, and
you
are you
gotta.
asked? I mean, is all of this stupid when it comes down to?
And who would he
We
be asking?
destroyed you, and so there shouldn't be anybody else to remember them. Really, this is so bad. And
Okay,
everything they did is in the Zober.
we might have a troll, but that's okay. Okay. And indeed we destroyed your sex. Okay, so is there any who remember? And everything they did in the Zober, Zoba, translated throughout the Quran as scriptures, but strangely in this verse, the Muslim scholars translate as the book of deeds slash faith. Again, Allah's clear book is not clear. And every small and big is written down. And every small and big is written. Every big and small what?
Well, that might require too much knowledge for Allah.
I mean, could you imagine if I took one of these chapters? Let's say I was in, let's say, fifth grade. I'm being generous, and I took one of these chapters and I turned it in as my assignment. What
Sorry,
do
you're
you,
failing.
what do you think I would get? I would get a big fat F, followed by a big L for loser. All right. All right, so Osama got this right now. Although Muhammad describes the garden with many rivers throughout the Quran, in this verse he describes the gardens with one river. Okay. Surely the Fira is in gardens and river. Again, poor grammatic structure. And the seat of truth with the mighty king. Ooh, what? Oh, okay. So the fears are in gardens, and there's only one river, and the seat of truth is with the mighty king. That would be Allah. And we finished this chapter.
Wow.
Man, I did not think that we were going to finish two chapters in 1 hour. Oh my goodness.
Well, they're getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, but still, we've done about 100 verses. We typically do
Well, we
50.
got to remember some of
50.
these verses are a whole word.
Yeah.
One whole word.
Okay, chapter 55, the merciful. I wonder who that could be. Oh, chapter 56 is even better. But we haven't gotten there yet. Oh, this is not going to be a pretty one. Yeah, it's got a lot of things that the Quran's not clear on. Okay, let's get this baby started. The Merciful taught the Quran, created the human, taught him the distinction. Okay, Allah taught the Quran. Who did he teach the Quran to? Huh. The sun and the moon are in calculation. What the hell does that mean?
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, because the sun and the
What is the
moon.
sun and moon calculating? Do they
Well,
got a calculator?
I mean,
This
this is quite a statement of ignorance, and I mean, it just shows Allah. I mean, because if Allah believes the sun sets in a muddy pool, how is the moon calculating? I mean, it doesn't make it. I mean, you have a
and what
sun god and a
is
moon god. Maybe that's what they're getting together and they're talking to each other.
and what is the moon and the sun calculating? The next time
That's the
that
only thing that makes sense is if you have a
the
sun
next
god and a moon god getting together and
the,
talking.
the next time when they can go out on a date. Hey, listen,
That's that's about as clear as it gets if you're
I'll
looking
be
at it
by
as
in about
yeah.
365 million years because that's how long it's going to take me to catch up to you. All right, the star and the trees worship. Why is it only one star? What happened to the other billions of stars? Do they not worship?
It might be
Don't
too
you
much for Allah.
don't you find that to be a problem, guys? It's talking about one star but a bunch of trees. And now we're back to one heaven. But I thought he created heavens. And the heaven, he has lifted it up and set up the scale. What the hell is he talking about? How do you lift the heaven?
It's too
Oh,
heavy for me, I'll tell you
Allah's,
that.
Allah's, Allah's been working out, bro. He's been working out. I saw those muscles.
Well, I think last time we talked about there's no cracks in it.
Yeah. All right. So in the heaven, not the heavens, he lifted it up and set up the scale. I don't know what that means. That you may not rebel in the scale. What does that
Okay, wait a
mean?
minute. So there's weights and measures. That's what this means. So they would. So again, how do you weigh? Just think about weighing something. What's what scales have to do with in this time period? How do you weigh rebellion? Allah doesn't understand the words he's choosing to use, which is very, very bad.
I was trying to see what Sarah was talking about, but I haven't been able to see what the heck, Sarah. All right, number 9. And perform your weighing with justice and do not stint the scale. Yeah,
Well, if
don't
you're
cheat.
stinting the scale, it means you're trying to get more money for what you put on the scale. You're like you're
Right, you're cheating, you know.
you're cheating. So
You got
that's
you got a little thing that
perform
says
your
one
weighing with
pound.
justice, do it
Yeah,
right, and don't cheat.
yeah,
That's basically what they're saying.
yeah. You got a little thing that says 1 pound, but it's really a pound and a quarter. So you're jipping the person for a quarter of a pound.
Well,
They got to
usually,
pay
yeah,
more.
yeah.
And the earth he set it down for the creatures. What do you mean he set it down? Set it down where? Where did Allah set the earth down? Oh, on top of the whale.
Ouch.
And in it are fruit, and the palm trees with buds, and the green with its husk, the possessor of the fragrant plants.
Oh my
What?
gosh, this is mind numbing. I
Oh
think
my
I've killed too many
goodness.
brain cells.
I think I may have to go and create that brain cell regeneration. I'm looking, trying
If
to find.
there, okay, in it are fruit and the palm trees with buds, and the grain with its husk. Okay, I would love for a botanist to actually explain this because this doesn't make any sense.
So, which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? All of them. He
Especially if we're talking
created
about Allah.
he created the human from clay like Fakhar. I'll take that into consideration. Uh, what number was that? That was number one.
I just sitting here
Number
laughing.
one, potter's clay. Why couldn't they just say it's a Syriac origin?
Created the humans from clay. Wait a minute. I thought he created them from mud.
Well, it changes from
Allah
it
doesn't
changes
know.
it
Allah doesn't know.
changes it changes, and he created the jinn from pure fire.
What is pure
So,
fire?
huh?
I want to see Allah explain that one.
Well, I believe you have unpure fire, which will be fire that's been contaminated. So it's not burning from a pure source like, helium, nitrogen. You got a little mixture going on there, you know.
So, in his concept, a pure fire would be a wildfire where you're burning different things, maybe. But
Yeah.
I would say in the Christian version of this, the Judeo-Christian version of this, you could have a fire and it would not consume. It would just be holy. But this is too deep for the Allah version.
Hey, Bill, for speed, I'm sorry, but that's how I pronounce that word. And to me, I knew I was going to get in trouble because it sounds like it says "Fakar." Where's Osama when you need him? I mean,
So which of these? Yeah, this just doesn't make any sense. Well, we made him from clay. No, we made him from mud. No, we made him from this. I mean, we made him from that. No, no, no.
I think
And
I,
now
I
we
think
got to
there's
create the gin from pure fire. Where are you getting that pure fire?
I think there's one that says he created Adam from dust.
Yep, there is one.
Yeah.
Allah doesn't know what he doesn't know. That's even scarier.
All right. So, which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Lord of the two easts and Lord of the two wests. So, which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Okay, you just repeated yourself. I okay. Maybe one of these days when I'm really bored out of my wits, I'm going to go search for phrases, and I'm going to see. I'm going to convert the PDF into a Word document, and then I'm going to do a search, and then I'm going to delete every other instance of the same crap. See how big the book is. Or maybe somebody might want to do that just just for the hell of it. All right, run the two seas to meet. Huh? What does that even mean?
What?
Run the two seas to meet.
Okay, wait a minute. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Okay, Okay, are we back to Allah having TBI? I mean, I get that he's not making sense. Maybe Allah has dementia or Alzheimer's, but it could be TBI, traumatic brain injury. But Allah has some serious problems here. There's no flow. There's no sensical. It's a nonsensical statement. Run the two seas to meet.
Okay, you have to keep reading. Run the two seas to meet, yet between them is a barrier which they do not overpass. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Oh God, I'm going to deny all of them. I think what Allah is trying to say that there's two seas that they meet, but they don't mix. Yeah, that's bullcrap. We know that that's not true. From each he brings up pearls and coral.
Is he talking about boys again?
I don't know which two seas is he talking about?
I have no idea.
So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Isn't this like the third or fourth time?
Oh, Allah keeps talking about bounties, and bounties. I don't know. These bounties he thinks that he's going to reward. I mean, is he talking about stuff that he's stolen and handing out? I'm really confused because Allah isn't clear. He's as clear as mud.
All right, 24. To him belong the Jawar, which according to Osama, it's a word. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am I reading number three?
Number
Okay,
two.
Number two. Running ones. Scholars claim this means ships. And number three
Okay,
is banners.
and to him belong the running ships, which are made like what banners?
Yeah, banners in the sea.
Oh my gosh!
And here we go again. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Okay, you're going to have to color those one color to see how many times he
Oh,
said that
wow,
and how many
that's
ignores it.
just it doesn't make any sense.
All on it will perish, and the face of your Lord will abide, the possessor of majesty and honor. What? Here we go again. So which of your bounties of your Lord will you deny? Whoever is in the heavens and the earth asks him what? Every
I have
day
no
he
idea.
is in a state. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Oh my freaking God. This is going to be called the chapter. So which of your bounties of the Lord will you deny? We will attend to you, O you else suckling. That
Wow.
would be number four. Number four is a word without meaning. Scholars claim that it means human beings and jinn.
Well, again, we have another example that Allah is not clear. Allah cannot communicate.
But wait a minute. But why would that word be there if we know that the word jinn has been used? We know that the word human has been used. It makes no freaking sense. And here we go again. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Oh my God. I'm starting to get stomachache just from repeating myself. Oh, you company of the jinn and the human. See, look, jinn, human. Why did he have to use this obscure El Suklan?
Because he didn't know any words. He had to make something
Oh,
up.
you maybe it rhymes better. Oh, you company of jinn and human, if you can overpass the bounds of the heavens and the earth, so then overpass them. You will not pass them except with authority. So, so which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? I don't know. Is this like the sixth or seventh time?
Oh, it's probably
Oh my
100th
God! I'm
timers.
gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot this chapter. All right,
Allah,
35.
okay, again, how much do you think would be left of the Quran if they actually got rid of all the repetition?
Well, I can tell you this chapter would probably only have about 15 verses. All right, 35. A fire. I think it means without smoke. Okay. So a fire without smoke and brass are sent on you. Hoo, hoo, hoo. So you will not have victory. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? when the heavens is split, so it was like a red flower. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny?
Wait a minute. When the heavens is split, so it was like a red flower. So it's been done. It's in the past. How do you know it's like a red flower? You didn't see it.
I'm definitely gonna have to. 39. So on that day, neither human nor jinn will be asked about his sin.
Hmm.
Okay. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Okay. 41. I'm starting to get a headache. The criminals will be known by their marks. So they will be taken by their forelocks and their feet. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? This is hell, which the criminals have denied it. They will circle between them and Anan. Number 6. A word without meaning, translators have disregarded it in their translations. Whoa! Nobody even knows what the hell that means.
Wow.
They will circle between them and unknown. Nobody knows what the word is. And Anan Hamam. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Oh
All of
man.
them? I'll deny all of them because your
And
Lord is too
to
small.
him who feared the position of his Lord, 2 gardens. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Which branches? So which of your bounties of your Lord will you deny?
Allah doesn't know
And
he's repeating himself.
and them
This
and
is where I
them
think Allah has traumatic brain injury again. He repeats himself like he
but check,
doesn't know he just said something.
but check this out. And them 2 flowing springs. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny?
Allah doesn't know he
Oh
has
my
EDI.
freaking goodness. And it keeps going. The gardens contain furniture, fruit, and virgins, and them 2 pairs of every type of fruit. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? They
Allah
will,
doesn't know he said it.
they will,
This is the TBI or the
they will,
Alzheimer's types
no,
action.
no, 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 man, this is just worse. They will recline on furniture with linings of brocade, and the fruit of the 2 gardens will be near. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny?
It's just bad, bad, bad.
Man, and them those who restrain their eyes, whom neither human nor jinn have ever had sex with before them. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? They are like the rubies in the coral. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Will the reward of goodness accept goodness? So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? I think after this chapter, I'm not even going to continue because
I'm having problems going this far after this
I'm
section. How
getting
about?
dizzy.
Yeah, this is just so ridiculously bad as far as writing.
All
And
right.
again, I keep saying this over and over again. As a professional writer, as a research writer, I mean, I don't know anybody who would publish this crap because it's just garbage. I mean, there's no way you could get, unless you call this book some imaginary scripture, something seriously wrong. I like Marion. You know what? It's like, the old 45s. You got a scratch in it, and it repeats itself over and over again. That's exactly it. It's disgusting. It's just, I say it's disgustingly bad. I mean,
Oh, but it gets worse. It gets worse. Now, 64 says Manhamatan, which
which
according
is
to a word without meaning, scholars claim it to be dark green. So, how do you have a sentence that just says dark green? So basically, you just read. So, which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Dark green. What the hell? This is definitely a chapter that I'm going to have to ask some. I'm going to have to ask some serious questions about this chapter with the Muslims. So, which of your bounties of your Lord will you deny? And them there are 2 gushing springs. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? And them are fruit and palm trees and pomegranate. So which of these bounties of your Lord will you deny? And them good and beautiful maidens. So which of the bounties of your
Ah,
Lord will you deny? Number 8. I'm sorry. Yeah, 72. Number 8. The ever virgins of the gardens with white skin, large dark eyes, and large voluptuous breasts. Now, I added the voluptuous,
well,
which
that
I'm
might be
just saying.
more descriptive than
Yeah.
Allah's capable of.
Okay. Hur, confined in. Okay. I left that page a little too early. Number 9. Tents.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so these hoodie, so hur, confined in tents. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? No human nor jinn has ever had sex with. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny?
Hmm.
Reclining on green cushions and superb number
Abkari?
10, rich carpet. Woohoo! So you're going to be reclining on green cushions and superb carpets. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? Blessed be the name of your Lord, the possessor of the majesty and the honor. And frickin' thank God this chapter is over.
Oh, I don't think we can do this another part.
No,
This is just too tiring.
I need a break. I am going to go. I'm going to turn that chapter and I'm going to turn it into a Word document, and
I
then I'm
think you
going to
just take
see.
it and you shred 99% of it, and you might have something. If you
I'm
just
going to.
deleted
I'm
every
going.
other sentence here, you might actually get something out of it. But it's so tiresome. So yeah. So what? There's fruit and palm trees and pomegranate. So what? There's good and beautiful maidens. Okay, those. That's I'm not going to deny they're pretty girls someplace. Um, no human or jinn has had. Wait. So they're talking about some girls that no human or jinn has had sex with them. Okay, so they're virgins. All right, so they're reclining on good green cushions. They're virgins. Okay, yeah, I get that, but why do you have to keep repeating to yourself? Because you're too stupid to realize you've already said it, or you have mental illness that you don't realize you've already said it. Uh, Traumatic brain injury, as I keep saying, that would allow for this kind of repetition. This keeps backing up my theory that Allah has TBI.
Hey, Larry, are you saying that I timed out Dragon? Because I was trying to time out that stupid Sarah.
That's what I thought, but yeah, you timed out Dragon.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
it must have shifted up as I clicked on timeout. I'm sorry, Dragon. You know I would never time you out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we even though we got 31 minutes, I'm going to call it an evening or an afternoon because
It's a nap time.
I, I mean this
Wow.
is just okay. I found the chapter. Okay, 26. The rinse and repeat has nothing on this chapter. I mean, this is the most asinine, useless crap I've ever seen.
I mean, there's nothing of value here. I mean, rinse and repeat. It's just the same thing.
I
It's
mean,
another
it's
chapter of rinse and
basically
repeat,
it's.
a copy and paste, and it's ridiculously stupid.
I mean, look at 72. Her confined. Okay, so the hoodie's confined in the tent. So which of the bounties of your Lord do you deny?
It's
No, no
there's
human
nothing
or
here. I
jinn.
mean, nothing here
This
of
whole
value.
chapter, this whole chapter is basically. So which of the bounties of your Lord will you deny? I mean, this is crazy.
What was the name of this chapter again? The Star? No, the
No, the
Merciful.
merciful.
Hey, it's not merciful to treat us like this. You have just put us through pain and torture. Oh, but I
I
forgot.
mean, this
Allah
is
likes
like,
torture.
okay, if you want to lose some brain cells, this
Read
is the
this.
chapter to do it.
Yep.
Because every other verse is the same thing. So, which of the bounties of your Lord that you're going to deny?
Oh my gosh. I mean, this is where I would be going nuts if I was Usama and I was writing this down. I think I would be going. I don't think I could handle
I'm
it after
going
a
to
while.
go. I'm going to go look just for the hell of it. This is what chapter is this? 55.
55, yeah.
Let me go see what Islam Awakened says. Islam.
Oh my gosh, it's just so bad. And this starts about gosh, there's so many times it says it. I mean, when God says something repeatedly, a couple of times, three times it's supposed to be a number of confirmation. This is the time where you start wondering if the guy has lost whatever insanity he had. Yeah, I'd be
I
saying TBI.
think it starts. Okay, the most gracious, he taught the Quran, he created the man, he taught him the speech, and the moon, whatever, and the sun and the moon calculations, and the stars, da 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 da, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12. It starts in verse 13. So, which of the favors
Insane.
of your Lord will you both deny?
You know what? You know what? They're right. It's easy to remember because you don't have much to remember because you can be brain dead and repeat things.
So
Oh
then
my
it
gosh.
repeats. I'm going to highlight this.
Is this a memory tool? Because
It
that's
could
the only other
be.
thing I can think of.
Okay, I'm going to highlight that. Let me see if this works. And then I'm going to go Control F. 31 times
Wow.
that it's mentioned. How many verses are in this chapter?
Too many.
There is 78 verses in this chapter. There's 38 verses that are repeating. So basically there's really only 47 verses in this chapter. We just knocked out what? Uh,
Okay, and the other verses are not always complete thoughts.
oh yeah, some of them are just like something dark and green. Let me see what it says. Do you remember? Let me see. So we have 31 out of 78. 31 divided by 78. 40% of this freaking chapter is the same crap. Okay? I think
It's
this
just
chapter is
unbelievable.
going to deserve a video all by itself, Paul.
I'll agree with you.
All right, let's
It's
see.
just tiring.
Okay, yeah. 5564 says dark green. What the hell is that supposed to mean? So this particular these translators or whatever, they said dark green, which okay, dark green what?
Well, it's not the translators. It's the what it comes down to is the original author of the Quran has a muddied brain. And the only again, I'm saying Allah is supposed to be the voice of this. This indicates Allah has traumatic brain injury. This is some. I mean, this just backs up my theory. He's in one of those static modes. You'll see this sometimes when you have a person with autism. They do what's called perseveration. This is an example of perseveration. You don't normally see this in people who don't have autism, but with a chronological impairment, now we've got perseveration. It's TBI. I keep saying somebody hit this guy in the head too many times.
Let
And
me
if this is Allah,
see.
what does that mean?
Let me see if they still have sales translation. Yeah, here we go, George Sales. I may have to use it. No, I don't want to buy a stupid book.
Marion, you're right. And Abdul's brag about learning the entire Quran by heart. So you meet one of these guys who said they learned the entire Quran by heart. Really? I mean, so what do you think of this chapter 55 where they repeat something 30 did it does it tell you something's wrong with Allah when he's got to repeat something 30 some odd times in a chapter? I mean, does it sound like the concept of perseveration? I mean, these people who have doctorates in Islamic law, and they swear that they know Arabic and all this, you've got to sit there and wonder. I mean, how do you read the Quran and not see something's wrong with the person who's claiming to author it. Oh, wow.
Yes, Sister Dragon, I want to apologize because apparently when I went to time out Sarah, the thing jumped and I accidentally timed you out. Now, as a mod, can you untime yourself? I don't know. So I apologize for timing you out for 5 minutes. I wanted to time out Sarah, whoever that is. So I apologize, Dragon. Don't
I
stop
think
coming to
it's
my
the
channel.
same. I think it's the same troll we
Yeah, I
the
think
three
it
of
was
us
the
have.
same one that came up and pretended like he was a goat getting shafted.
He likes to play.
Truth Seeker. Oh, I think I know him. I'm wondering. Hey, Larry, is that the same Truth Seeker from Clubhouse?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it is though.
Yeah, he doesn't behave that way. He's always been pretty cordial and. Uh, oh, you're welcome, Dragon. I didn't even know it was you that got timed out, except for Larry sent me a message in the private chat. I was like, what? I was trying to time out that. From now on, I'm going to leave the timing out to you guys
Okay,
because I
I'll tell
did.
you how to. Well, you can only do that if you could do that when you're on my show.
What? No,
On my
I timed out from StreamYard.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I was going to say from.
But the problem is that it must have
I've had that happen.
Dragon must have typed right after I put
Yeah.
the mouse
Well,
on
it's
hers
yeah.
and
I've had
I accidentally said
yeah.
timeout, but I thought it said timeout Sarah. So don't know how that happened, Dragon. You know me. You've been here since the
But
beginning.
you know what's interesting is that you did get rid of her so at the same time. So maybe
Well, somebody no, it wasn't me. Somebody got rid of her.
okay.
I just accidentally timed Dragon, so it must have been one of the mods. So I appreciate all the mods. I listen. I apologize today, people. This is the worst dissecting the Quran I have ever seen. I have a headache. I
Ditto,
mean,
ditto.
I could have gotten a robot to do this one for us because I mean, when you have 40% of a chapter that just repeats itself, what does that tell you?
That Allah is
Yes,
brain dead. Allah
yes,
has brain injury.
we all make mistakes. Paul, can you post your channel in the chat? Yeah, Paul, can you post your channel?
Let's see. I can. I have to go to YouTube just a second, and I'll do that. I can't do it from your end,
I
but
think I just did, but
thank you.
um,
Yeah, mine
no,
is the
check that out.
Sutlifian report.
I'm going to try to create something just for you guys, but I'm not staying up till 3 o'clock tonight. No freaking way. All right, so what time is it? 4:39. Oh, there you go. There's YouTube has a change now. You can get handles, which makes it easy. I think what you have to do to find the channel is you do the @sign. So for me, it's DSQ channel.
We are starting
I
next
think that
time on
works.
chapter 56. All right,
It's
and
just
that
the
is
inevitable.
the inevitable. I'm just going to
The
highlight the
inevitable
one.
is going to give us a headache.
Oh my gosh, it can't get any worse than what we just did.
Let me see if that works. So when you go into YouTube and you type in the search bar DSQ CHANNEL,
Was
that's
DQS
some.
or DSQ?
It's dissecting. Oh! You're right. It's DQS channel CHANNEL, and it takes you right to my channel. Alhamdulillah. It's a new thing that
Hmm.
I was going to say Twitter that YouTube has created. They now have a thing called handles, and you don't have to have a particular size of a channel. They will email you and tell you when you can do it. Like I got 2 emails for 2 of my other channels that I don't even have, I don't know, 10, 12 followers. So the only one that I've been able to do so far is this channel because this channel is old. And oh no, yeah. So just a little something new that I learned. You get a red pill, and you get a pill, and you get a
Oh
pill.
my gosh!
That's kind of pretty much that was chapter 55. You get a pill, and
Wow.
you get a pill, and you get a pill, and you get a pill, and they keep multiplying. Okay, so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to play my exit. I did add some music, but I mean, it's not the best. I'm kind of like a beginner, although I have done some pretty cool videos on my other channel. Um, some of the things you might not agree with, but they're just brain, they're provocative titles and pictures. But let's see, presets, video file, exit screen. Ready? Here we go. That just finishes right there because it's short.
I like Bill for Speed's guy. Yeah, I could definitely use some headache medicine after this. Oh wow.
I'm gonna have to create one of those things. But hey, let's have some fun. We did
If
it.
you're also looking to follow me, you can go to on Facebook. I have a group called the Sutlifian Report, and you can go there as well. You have to ask to be a member because I don't like dealing with trolls, and that's the best place to connect with me there too.
Okay, so I did get a copyright claim for the cartoon, but that's okay because I have permission to use it, so it didn't hurt me. So for you guys who weren't on the show yesterday, I'm gonna end it with this. It's 36 seconds of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, that was our entertainment for the evening. Now I've noticed that people are starting to come in right as we're getting ready to leave.
That's a bummer.
I know, but that's okay. We're, almost 2 hours, and we actually did what? I don't know, 3 chapters today. Now notice that
All I know
chapter,
is that was so mind
that
numbing.
chapter that we just finished. I don't think there was much to say about that chapter.
Yeah.
It was all, repeat, repeat. Okay, dark green, repeat. Thank you all for your doing so. Hey, God bless you, Dragon. No, thank you guys for coming on and supporting me. I'm pretty sure you could be doing something much better, but we're here. I think this channel, I'm shocked that this channel has not blown up
I'm going to be
because,
doing something pretty soon. I might be doing it tomorrow. See if I can help blow
okay,
things up. We'll see.
because,
I'm gonna take all these and I know you've put them together as a thread, but
yeah, I've got
I'll make a page. I've got over 150,000 readers in the past few years, so we'll see.
right. I mean, we're doing something that nobody has done.
Yeah.
Okay, and even Osama agrees, and he's the one that kind of motivated because I was thinking, oh, what the hell? But it's actually fun to do because we do have a good laugh on Allah's
But the
expense.
questions need to be asked. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
These questions just need to be asked.
right. And if this is the book that they claim to be perfect and divine, what
Not after that last
exactly?
chapter.
What exactly is divine when a chapter is 40% the same crap?
Well, you know what I have
Or
to say about it? It just proves Allah has traumatic brain injury if he believes these things.
yeah. Hey, Repent, good to see you. So yeah, I mean, and this is not only important for Muslims, but I think this is important for anybody who hasn't read the Quran and comes across Muslims who portray this book as like, now I'm from America, so I'm going to say the next best thing since slice of apple pie. But this is the most incoherent, disjointed book that I have ever read.
Yeah,
And
agreed.
the only reason I would read this book is because we're doing the show. But other than that, man, I'd rather read the Bible. It makes sense. Could you imagine a chapter in a book in the Bible
You would
where
that
40,
book would never make it to publishing.
regardless if it's a holy book, because I guarantee you the only reason this book even passes as a book is because they don't want to offend the Muslims. Because we all know what happens when you offend the religion of peace. Their unpeacefulness comes out. So, I
The
mean, it's
religion of
like,
pieces. The religion
yeah,
of
you end up in
lies.
pieces. But it's like reading. Could you imagine if Isaiah 42, if 40% of Isaiah 42 said exactly the same thing?
Sorry, Christians and Jews wouldn't bother with it, and there would be no Christ then,
Yeah.
because it would all be fake.
But yet, Muslims want you to believe, oh, this is the miraculous. What exactly is miraculous about a chapter that it repeats itself? And sentences are not fully constructed, which is the other thing that I'm going to look at. Once I delete all of those 40%, I'm going to get left with the skeleton, and then I'm going to see how it flows and if it makes sense. So maybe on another show, instead of doing the dissecting the Quran, we can go live at 6 o'clock, and I'll try to see if I can put everything together, and
Oh
we can
boy.
do a show just on that. Or maybe it'll only take a half an hour, and we can do it like we did last time, half an hour something else, and then we go into the dissecting the Quran. So we'll
We'll
see. I,
see.
I probably I
We're
probably
talking
will
about
not.
Tuesday, or are we talking about Monday?
Um, Probably on Tuesday, because I don't know. By the time I tomorrow, I got to go shopping for food,
Okay.
so I don't want to be rushed. And
Thank you
then
for giving us a merciful day off.
all right, let me
You
just
have
put it
more
over
mercy than
here.
Allah. Allah wants people to read this crap.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't like to come home at 5 and then I got to do the
You gotta have
groceries, got
some
to take
time
the
for your
dog
brain
out
cells
and
to
eat.
regenerate.
So, okay, Bruce Six, thank you for coming. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am now going to end the show. Thank you. We'll see you again. If you are subscribed, hopefully YouTube will give you a notification. I mean, sometimes I set this up early in the morning, and sometimes I set it up just before I start. So I'll see you guys then. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Except for those of you that it's already Monday, you guys enjoy your Monday, and we will be back again to lose some brain cells. I'm going to look for a picture that says "This is your brain" on the Quran. Remember they had the
Yep,
thing.
this is your brain on the Quran.
This
Sizzle,
is your
sizzle,
brain
sizzle.
on drugs. I'm gonna do one and say this is your brain on the Quran. That might be my avatar the next time I log in. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a good one, and please don't read the Quran. Let us do it for you and save your brain cells. All right, have a good one. And we're gonna end.